Good morning and welcome to Superior Sunrise. Join us as we bring you the latest cattle and superior livestock news, candid interviews with some of our greatest representatives, producer spotlights, and talk with industry leaders from across the United States. It's time to rise and shine the superior way.
Good morning and welcome to Superior Sunrise, live from Breckenridge, Colorado. I'm Kirby Schnorr and I'm glad you've joined us this morning. We have a great show for you, full of wonderful guests, starting off with world champion auctioneer Charlie Cummings to give us a brief update on the market, and ending the show with world champion auctioneer Ralph Wade to preview what we have to offer in today's auction. So grab a cup of coffee and don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Superior's summer season is red hot in the high desert of Winnemucca, Nevada.
So it's kind of a break away from all those summer chores that we did. Go someplace, get away for a few days, meet up with other people that we only see once a year at this sale, and have a good time. And watch a bunch of good cattle on the sale too.
Join Superior for the silver anniversary of the Video Royale, live from Winnemucca, Nevada, July 31st through August 4th. It's the hottest ticket in town.
Welcome back to Superior Sunrise. Now joining me is world champion auctioneer Charlie Cummings. Here we are, day 2, Breckenridge, Colorado. I can't believe how fast Monday flew by, but people started coming in that auction room. The prices were looking good. It was an exciting time.
It was very exciting all day long, I tell you what. And like I say, the room filling up and continue to do that as the week goes on, I'm sure. But yeah, just a tremendous market.
Well, speaking of the market, let's go right into it. Let's talk about today's auction and what we can expect.
You know, I think we look at, excuse me, we look at yesterday's market and, 500-pound steer. If they're on the wean side, we sold them as high as 185, and sold some lighter cattle up over $200, weighing 375 to 400 pounds. So it was really, really encouraging, really strong all the way through. We look at the heifer side of a 5 to 6 weight, and we're $12 behind that at 140, to 155. So really, really good market. I think the thing just reflected in my mind and sticks out as we look back and of a year ago, and we're $10 to $12 a hundred higher than we were, so that's encouraging as well. So just a tremendous market, lots of activity. We get started today on these feeder steers. You go out and you look around, there's not a lot of these cattle available for these guys that's feeding these cattle, so a good way to get some inventory is here today, and a lot of cattle delivering here immediately, so real encouraging.
You're exactly right. It's a good day to buy some cattle. I know we've got some banners behind us, and like we said, the room was filling up. It was filling up with families, all these kids that were coming in. They were out swimming yesterday, and we got a little bit of a rainstorm, but we weren't complaining about it. We like the cool breeze, but we've got a lot of sponsors in this room. You can't see it on camera, but we've got tables and booths lined up in the hallway. I mean, it's a good time to be here. It was.
Yesterday, the sale got over at 440, and it was really neat when we walked outside that back door. Several producers as well as reps and different people talking to these industry partners, and real encouraging and really nice. And I tell you what, we got a lot of people behind us and beside us, and that's really awesome.
Well, looking forward ahead to the rest of the week. I know we've got a busy schedule on hand. We've got a lot of people coming in to buy some cattle. What are your thoughts?
Exciting. I tell you what, just as many cattle as we get. We offer 40,000 yesterday. We're going to offer about that today and the rest of the week. And it's going to be really, really exciting. And I think as we continue to go and continue to see this room fill up in excitement and with the auction, it's going to be a great, great week.
Well, with the auction, I know we had some hand claps going on yesterday because people are excited to sell their calves and get top dollar. And I know they're very appreciative of you standing behind that microphone and getting top dollar for them. Thanks for joining me this morning. We come back, Alan Lee with Bauerlein. Don't go anywhere.
Hello, and welcome to Superior's Week in the Rockies in Breckenridge, Colorado. I'm Tom Brink, CEO of the Red Angus Association of America. We are proud to be the primary sponsor of the 2017 Superior Week in the Rockies event. Superior summer video sales have grown and are recognized as one of the beef industry's largest offerings of high-quality feeder calves, yearlings, and replacement females. This week, commercial cattlemen around the country will offer some of the best ranch-raised calves many sired by high-performing Red Angus bulls. We fully expect strong demand for these fresh calves and are proud to partner with Superior Livestock to bring them to market. University studies have verified what many cattlemen have already recognized. There is real value to be found in Red Angus sired calves, and even more so when backed with age, source, and genetic verification. You've helped identify the Red Angus replacement heifer as the most favored female in the industry. She is a productive, problem-free mother cow that will help boost your bottom line and improve your return on this important genetic investment. Red Angus sired calves can and do deliver improved conversion that shortens the number of days on feed while delivering high quality grades and improved carcass yields, and they will qualify for grid premiums. Qualified Red Angus calves are now being welcomed into the Top Dollar Angus program. As you take in the offering this week, be sure to watch for calves sired by Red Angus bulls and carrying the distinctive FCCP yellow tag. There is high demand from feeders all across the country for these calves, as they will qualify for special Red Angus marketing grids with several packers. The cattle carrying the FCCP yellow tag have been officially enrolled by the producer in the Red Angus feeder calf certification program. Buyers can be assured that these calves carry at least 50% Red Angus bloodlines. Because they are qualified by parentage, there is more to these calves than simply the color of the hide. Red Angus would like to thank the crew at Superior Livestock Auction and all of the Superior reps working throughout the country with producers. And again, we'd like to thank the ranchers for consigning an excellent set of calves and replacement females to this sale. We thank you for joining us as Red Angus sponsors this series of Superior Livestock summer video sales, including the Week in the Rockies in Breckenridge, Colorado. Then moving on to the high desert at Winnemucca, Nevada for the Video Royale, and ending the season with the Bighorn Classic in historic Sheridan, Wyoming. Sponsoring summer video sales are examples of Red Angus commitment to commercial beef production in those ranches who have selected Red Angus bulls for their breeding programs. We take pride in serving these firms and assisting in delivering added value options and superior market access. For more information, visit redangus.org, and we thank you for marketing your cattle the superior way.
Welcome back to Superior Sunrise. Now joining me is no stranger to Sunrise or the Superior Auctions, but Alan Lee with Biozyme. I want to thank you for being here this morning, Alan. I know we got a lot to talk about, so let's get right into it. I know Superior enjoys their partnership with you guys, and Biozyme, GainSmart, VitaFirm, it's something that we've all incorporated. So tell us a little bit about the program and how it's really helped producers when it comes time to sell their calves.
Yeah, good morning, Kirby. Thanks. You know, it's a fairly new program. We launched it back the first of the year. Really kind of brought the nutrition scene to the forefront of some of what we're doing in some of these programs, trying to get these cattle ready to go to the next step. Gaining a lot of traction with both the VitaFirm Raised and the GainSmart programs. You know, this particular sale had right at 20 lots of cattle represented on this deal, and gaining a lot of traction, seeing some premiums on this deal, and really keeping these cattle healthy and keeping them gaining to this point.
Excuse me, I know the D. Cordovas, they had cattle on yesterday when they were selling, and you really do notice a difference when people like that participate in the program. I saw the GainSmart logo up there on, on their video as the cattle were selling. It brings more dollars for the producers. What would you tell producers who are curious about the program and why they should get involved?
You know, not only are those cattle bringing more dollars, but I was talking to Ty earlier this morning, and you know, one of the things that we're hearing across the country is not about the dollars these cattle are bringing. It's the fact that they're not having to doctor these cattle at home. These cattle are staying healthier. You know, that's what I talked to Ty about. They're drenching those cattle. They're using a stress tub and then going on to the GainSmart mineral, and they're not doctoring these cattle at all. I mean, just staying healthy, going forward, gaining weight, doing what they need to do to get them to this point.
I know we always talk about nutrition playing such an important role. I mean, especially from your guys' point of view. Talk about how nutrition across the board really makes a difference for producers who take advantage of it early on. So when it comes time to sell their calves, they can bring top dollar.
You bet, Kirby. You know, this nutrition deal, it goes right along with all these pharmaceutical guys. You know, if these cattle are nutritionally sound and they're performing better, everything else we do to these cattle and all the rest of the inputs, we're going to get a bigger bang for our buck, basically. So, you know, it's very important. I'm just really excited that we have the partnership with Superior. Everybody's recognizing the importance of the nutrition, and just more great things to come.
I know we showcase you guys on a couple of different of your products on the American Rancher, but heat being one of them, especially since it's summer. Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, yeah, the Heat Cow Mineral, taking the country by storm. People are seeing the results of that. You know, I was talking to Charlie Cummins yesterday about it. He says his cattle are gaining. I mean, they're grazing longer in the day and just outperforming the cattle across the fence that are not on the heat product. So, you know, natural fly control, temperature regulator, great mineral product.
Well, nutrition, very important. I want to thank you for being on this morning, Alan. Always a pleasure to have you. And when we return, Doug Slattery with 44 Farms.
If you're looking for livestock equipment, whether it be permanent or portable, call Ackerman Distributing at 1-800-726-9091. They are #1 in the nation with portable wheel krills. Also handle portable tubs and portable alleys, double alleys, loading chutes, manual chutes, hydraulic chutes. AckermanDistributing.com. 1-800-726-9091.
We all know the damages flies can cause to a herd of cattle. Studies conducted by institutions and universities in the United States and Canada show that even small infestations of flies can cause pain, irritation, and weight loss in animals. Want a herd free of flies that can reach its maximum potential? Purchase Just a Fly through ChampionStoreUSA.com/shop or Amazon.com. For more information, call 1-800-898-0987.
Welcome back to Superior Sunrise. Now joining me is Doug Slattery with 44 Farms. Doug, always a pleasure to have you on. I know on a couple of the shows we've had Steve Harrison with you guys on, and it's always great to talk about 44 Farms and your program. There's things that you're definitely dedicated to. You have an extensive program, great cattle, but one thing I think that we really need to talk about is your customer service, because you are here buying back calves for customers who buy your bulls. So tell us a little bit about 44 Farms and why you feel it's so important to participate in those programs and really give back to your customers who come to your bull sales and purchase your bulls.
Yes. Thanks for having me, Kirby. Always great to be here. What a beautiful morning here. Great to catch up with everybody at Superior. Yeah, we're up here. We had a very good day yesterday. We were able to buy about 750 head of feeder cattle for our branded beef program, and all those came from our bull customers, which is what our program is. We buy feeder cattle back from our bull customers to supply our branded beef program. And the fun thing yesterday, several of our customers that were selling were actually here in person. So it was fun to be able to interact with them and be able to buy their calves and bid on some calves that we weren't able to buy.
There's a lot of people who always are curious about the buyback program, and I think that's one thing that 44 Farms takes into consideration. Whether you can actually buy the calves, you're always bidding on your customers' calves, and you really take notice of that, one, because you have the branded beef program, but two, because you really do focus on customer service.
No, that's exactly right. Customer service is #1 priority for us. If you have a quality product and you take care of the customer, you're going to be successful, and that's our model. That's what we do, and we come to these sales. If we can't be here, we're still bidding and buying on the calves that are sired by 44 bulls.
Well, I think one thing that helps you guys is the genetics. You have great genetics in your program, and that suffices when they're up there selling. I mean, you heard Trent yesterday, Trent Stewart, the auctioneer, talking about 44 genetics, and people's hands were going up because they wanted to buy on those calves. So tell us a little bit about your genetics, and I know you guys have an upcoming auction that you'll be offering a lot in the fall, but tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, we have our model for our genetics is a model of balance, calf ease, growth, maternal, and carcass quality, and we like to balance the three together for a complete product, and it seems to be working. You know, we're selling more bulls every year. The repeat customers are coming back, and we're getting a lot of new customers, and we see the results in the Superior sales with what these calves are bringing.
You definitely do. But to touch on real quick, I know you have that auction coming up in fall. I know it's down the road, but tell us a little bit about what you might foresee offering in that auction?
Sure. We're going to sell 600 bulls. We'll be selling 600 Angus bulls. And we're going to add a new wrinkle this year. We're going to have 400 commercial Angus bred heifers that are all sired by 44 bulls and bred to 44 bulls.
Well, great offering. If anybody wants any information about that, they can always get on 44 Farms website, and they can get on superiorlivestock.com. You can find out all you need to know about the 44 Farms auction. Doug, thanks for being here this morning, and thanks for being in that auction room and participating in the auction. When we come back, a Superior Livestock consignor. Don't go anywhere.
At 44 Farms, we believe work starts at sunup and doesn't stop until sundown. We believe in order to live off the land, you have to love and respect it. We believe that cattle aren't just raised, they're nurtured. And we believe when you do things right, with honesty and integrity, well, things like quality and consistency happen naturally. 44 Farm Steaks, responsibly raised all-natural beef.
Long range, huh? Says here in a weight gain trial of 15,000 stockers, parasite control with long range outperformed 5 other dewormers by an average of 28 pounds. Extra 28 pounds per head. Wonder what that'd feel like.
Do not treat within 48 days of slaughter. Not for use in female dairy cattle 20 months of age or older, including dry dairy cows or in veal calves. Post-injection site damage such as granulomas and necrosis can occur. These reactions have disappeared without treatment. You have a lot to gain with long range.
Welcome back to Superior Sunrise. Now joining me is Superior Livestock consignor Virgil Huseman. Virgil, I want to thank you for being on this morning. It's a pleasure to have you here. I know you sold your cattle yesterday. You come from Kansas. Barrett Brody is your rep. But it was an exciting time in the auction room yesterday. So tell us a little bit about how long you've been selling with Superior. I know it's been 10 years. You started in Park City, Utah at that auction. But the relationship that you've built with Barrett over the years and the relationship you've built with the Superior Livestock family.
Well, it's been really nice from our point of view. We met Barrett 10 years ago, and like you say, Park City, Utah was our first sale as far as the sale in the Rockies is concerned. We got along good there, and we like all the people that we've met. The Superior family's been great to us, and so we just have kept coming back for 10 years.
Well, you've seen the changes in the cattle market. What is it that's kept you coming back year after year to sell your cattle with Superior Livestock?
Well, we think that, there's a couple of things. Number one, and the obvious one, is that Superior allows us to expose our cattle to a lot of buyers in different parts of the country and that have different programs. And we have program cattle, so kind of a niche thing, and it just exposes them to more potential buyers. The other thing is that we feel strongly that price discovery is very important in our industry, and this is just a great way to do price discovery. Of course, any way that it's done is helpful. We think local auction markets are fine too, but we like Superior. We like the price discovery aspect. We think there needs to be more price discovery, particularly on the fed cattle side.
Well, I know you were talking about programs, and we saw that yesterday. When your cattle were selling, we saw all those little icons up on the screen. Tell us why you think it's so important for you to participate in those programs when you're selling your calves.
We think that that gives us an opportunity to maybe market our program as best we can. Kind of a niche thing, things that we can do to be competitive in the cattle market. So we do those things and offer those and feel like we get paid for it.
Well, going back a little bit, I don't mean to revert on you right now, but Barrett Brody and you've known him for quite some time. Talk about the relationship and how important it is to have such a relationship with your rep. I know it becomes more than a business. It becomes a friendship, and they almost become like family.
Oh, they do. We're part of the Superior family. I feel that now. But it's not only price discovery, it's the process of transferring ownership from one segment of the industry to the other, and they play a key role in that. That's not easy. Making the cattle, getting them on the truck, making them weigh what they're supposed to, that sort of thing is not easy, and Barrett is really good at that.
Well, I want to thank you for being here, and thank you for coming on this morning. I know it's always a pleasure to have consigners come, and coming year after year to all of these auctions. When we come back, some very special guests. Stay with us.
Superior Livestock is proud to announce a new partnership with Biozyme. Since 1995, value-added calf programs have created premiums when calves sell on Superior's video auctions. Traditionally, when ranchers think of adding value, it is derived from a quality health program dependent upon vaccinations. But together, Superior and Biozyme are putting a new twist on creating premiums for healthier cattle through a mineral supplement program. Healthier cattle are more profitable, and now cattle that have been fed a VitaFirm or GainSmart Amifirm-based mineral supplement for a minimum of 45 days prior to auction will receive the VitaFirm or GainSmart value-added logo in Superior's catalogs and on-screen as the cattle sell. VitaFirm raised targets cow-calf producers and is for calves that are raised on a VitaFirm fed dam and or was fed a VitaFirm mineral themselves during preconditioning for a minimum of 45 days prior to the auction and through delivery. GainSmart targets stocker, feeder, and backgrounding operators and will recognize calves that have been fed a GainSmart mineral for a minimum of 45 days prior to auction and through delivery. For more information, go to superiorlivestock.com or call 800-422-2117.
Welcome back to Superior Sunrise. Like I said, some very, very special guests, the DeCordova family, or only some of them, I should say. We've got Peyton DeCordova, Tyler DeCordova, and Ty DeCordova. I want to thank you all for being here. I know it was kind of early for you girls to get up this morning, but Peyton is no stranger to Sunrise. She's been on the show with me before. So, like I've said, we've got future co-hosts right here. I mean, they might even take my job after this, but Ty, I want to thank you guys for being here. Let's just get right into it. You're on that floor in that auction room. You've seen the changes in the market, but it's true price discovery, just like we had a consignor say. I mean, we're bringing top dollar for these guys this week.
Yes, ma'am. It's the Superior family is a great deal. It's a great opportunity to market your cattle. I mean, we have one of the best markets in the country. Just true price discovery. I mean, all the programs we've got are second to none. I mean, everything's just great about it, and the family atmosphere is what makes it all go, I think. So.
Well, it definitely is a family atmosphere, as you can see, but I know you've grown up in the livestock business. So tell us a little bit about that, and I know your dad's back home and your mom, but you guys run cattle at home, you have a sale barn, so you guys have really been in this business for years on end. And so seeing these different people come to this auction year after year and sell their cattle with Superior means something.
Yes, ma'am. You know, Superior is the best way to market your cattle. We do own the livestock market at home too, but for bigger truckload lots and bigger lots, this is the best way to market your cattle by far. I mean, it's just the best price. You can get the best price for anybody. We have over 6,000 buyers. I mean, it's just unbelievable.
Well, I know we were talking about programs and stuff, and you guys had cattle on yesterday that participate in programs. How important do you feel when you're standing up there by the auction block that it is that people participate in those programs?
Oh, the programs just made this deal just twice as good. I mean, our back programs are awesome. I mean, they've just upgraded the cattle industry as a whole, and that's because of the Superior back programs. Now, NHTC and All Natural and all the rest of them, they're just a better tool. I mean, you can see lots of premiums in all of them. So.
Well, I know we've got some special news. I know it's your birthday, so we want to wish Dad a happy birthday. Is that right? But we also have a special message from Big Dad and Gaga back home. They said, love you lots and happy birthday. But the girls also wanted to say something. How old do you think Dad is, Tyler? 60. Tyler thinks Dad is 60. Peyton, how old do you think Dad is?
I don't know.
Well, Peyton's going to play this one off safe. But girls, I know you've got a lot of things going on at home. They're always riding horses. They're showing cattle. So, Tyler, you want to tell us? I know Peyton's going to be super modest about it, but she's got a couple shows coming up. But, Tyler, don't you get to show a cow of your sister's?
Yes.
And what's his name?
Archie.
Archie, that's right. So you'll be showing in Fort Worth. You'll be showing your sister's steer, Archie. What are your steers' names, Peyton?
Cash and Champs.
Well, girls, I just want to thank you for being on this morning. I wish I had more time with you. Okay, let's give a big shout out to your dad and say happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thanks, Ty, for being on. Thank girls for being on. We'll come back with world champion auctioneer Ralph Wade. Don't go anywhere.
In a calf's young life, its immune system is exposed to many different pathogens.
Parasite control is critical in these calves. We find for two reasons mainly. One is that parasites reduce intake, and so reduced intake means reduced gains. The other thing that happens with parasites is they create a stress environment of their own, and the net effect of that is that they suppress the immune response that we get from vaccines.
One of the most important aspects of managing stress is managing parasites, because parasites are a great contributor to stress.
To include parasite control into a calf health program will benefit the seller because he's got more pounds to sell, and the buyer because he's got a healthier calf that's going to be more resistant to disease.
The fenbendazole, or Safeguard product, is a very effective product that helps manage some of these parasite populations that we're challenged with today that may even have some worms that are resistant. So we need to be cognizant of what type of parasites you have and be able to manage those with products that are low stressful but yet very effective as well.
What non-handling dewormers really allow cattlemen to do is deworm when they should be deworming, because in the past we really have treated the cattle for parasites when it was convenient because we were processing the cattle for other things. It wasn't necessarily always the optimal time to be treating parasites in the cattle or on the pasture. So what the non-handling parasite control products that Merck has allow us to do is treat parasites in the cattle and on the pastures when we need to versus when it was convenient to.
One of the keys for a vaccine to work properly in an animal is for that immune system to not be suppressed when the vaccine is given. With the broad portfolio Merck has, especially within the deworming area, we were able to add that protocol into the PrimeVac protocols. We're confident in how our vaccines are going to work when they're on board.
Welcome back to Superior Sunrise. Now with my two very special guests, the hosts, the DeCordova girls, and world champion auctioneer Ralph Wade. Ralph, day 2 here in Breckenridge, Colorado. It's an exciting day, and we're looking forward to selling cattle.
Oh, you bet. And, I like your guests. And, great. I knew him long. I knew Ty when he wasn't any bigger than that. When we first started out, 30 years with Superior. And, we're a family-oriented, we're all about family. Mm-hmm. And it's been so great, and it's been such a, a big deal with me to be able to grow up, not so much me grow up, but to see all of them grow up just like Ty and Cody, his brother. And, I could sit here and name all of them through Superior. But, bet, and come up here to the mountains, and everybody comes up, and it's all a family deal. And it's not just our families that work for Superior, but it's everybody we sell cattle for. It's everybody that buys cattle for us, and it's a great thing. But we got a great lineup for today, and of course this is yearling day on day 2, and we're going to start right now with the Holsteins, of course, and Corriente crosses. We go right into region 3, 4, 5, and 6. We'll sell the yearling steers. We'll follow up with the yearling heifers out of that region, and then we'll head up north, region 1 and 2, sell the yearling steers and the yearling heifers, and then we'll wind up with a good run of bred stock. So it's going to be a great day, and looks like a beautiful day right here in Breckenridge.
It definitely is, and we lost one of our co-hosts. She's had enough for today, but it is going to be a good day. If you're in need of a buyer's number, go ahead and give Superior a call at 800-422-2117. You can always watch the auction online on your television, but be sure to call and get a buyer's number if you need one, or visit superiorlivestock.com. We always say there's no reason why you shouldn't be watching our auction. There's always a way to view it.
You bet. You can watch it on your iPhone, get it on your iPad, you can get it on your computer, and of course we're real time on your computer when you pull it up, and so no reason for not watching it.
Exactly, I know, but going back and thinking of the Superior family and something that we get into, I know the DeCordova girls we're sitting here, one of them, we're only left with Peyton right now, but Ty, you're right, he grew up in this, and what people don't see, I know his dad Russ and Debbie, they're back home, they usually get to travel with us,
don't forget Cody.
I know Cody, but he's always back home working, they're all taking care of stuff back there, but Ty's on that floor while you guys are behind that microphone. There's a couple happen. They're working the floor, they're getting guys, and they're looking for those bids because they want to get top dollar for our consigners, and they're trying to do true price discovery, and that's really important for Superior.
Yes, it is, and of course we need our support team, and we need people like Ty, and that's what brings it all together, because we all work together.
absolutely right. Well, we've got a busy week, we know that, but we want to thank all of our sponsors that have been here. I know we've got some exciting events this week that are going on, so tell us a little bit about that.
I don't know a whole lot about the tailgate. I know it's going on, and it's tonight. It's by Select Sires. It's putting on the tailgate, and then we go right into our scholarship deal. That'll be on Friday, the Buddy Jeffers Scholarship. Don't miss that. And then, of course, Ty's big birthday and everything's going on, and we're going to do the whole deal.
Well, I want to thank you for watching. So can we tell everybody at home goodbye, Peyton?
Bye.
Bye. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.